Hello, and welcome to the fourth episode in the 28B Veeva Insights series. My name is James Harper, and I'm the founder and managing director of 28B. This series has been designed to help brand teams and creative and medical communications agencies better understand and leverage the Veeva CRM platform for their brands and the campaigns they work on. Currently, we're looking at demonstrating functional interactive content for Veeva CLM multi-channel presentations. These can also be called e-details, e-sales aids, e-detailers, or DSAs, that's digital sales aids. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at an example of objection handling. For context, at 28B we refer to content as functional when it works hard for a living, so engaging both the user and the customer, and maybe delivering more than simple text or images. It can calculate, measure, record, or personalize content for maximum impact. Content like this not only delivers much greater customer engagement, can also provide market insights, monitor content impact, and most importantly, enhance sales effectiveness in the field. So one of the most common issues we see in e-detail aids that are produced for Veeva or for other platforms such as MiTouch is the inclusion of lots of additional content, which is often put there for good reason, such as supporting the core sales flow or enabling the rep to handle objections. But too much of the time, little or no real thought has been given as to how the rep can easily and effectively navigate to and from this extra content. So whilst it's great to have this additional data available, unless it's put right at the rep's fingertips, it can end up as a distraction, leading them away from the core sales flow, wasting precious time in front of the customer. We know in primary care through research that there is a 2 to 4 times increase in good sales outcome when the representative delivers all core key messages in order during a call. So content and navigation should be designed and implemented to enable and support this behaviour. So I'm going to share with you an example of an objection handler that puts the relevant content right at the rep's fingertips, just a couple of taps away from the core flow, and most importantly, that lets them get back to selling with a single tap. So here we have a typical slide for the efficacy data for a product. Let's just say that during the presentation of this slide, the customer voices an objection around the inclusion criteria for one of the clinical trials, in this case, study 1. So something like, "Well, I'm sorry, but I don't believe the patients included in this trial are actually representative of my own patient population, so the results are not really relevant for my clinical practice." Okay, so how do we handle that objection? So along the right hand of the screen, you'll see some tabs. So let's just tap the top one for study 1. This is what at 28B we call a blade, and it's great because it offers you an infinite scrolling canvas for all the clinical data and objection handling material that you might need. The rep can navigate with this lovely smooth scrolling, or can use the bookmarks along the bottom to quickly move to the relevant content. Okay, let's try that again. "Well, I'm sorry, but I don't believe the patients in this trial are representative of my own patient population, so the results are not that relevant for my clinical practice." Okay, doctor, let me just pull up the inclusion criteria and demographics for this trial. So looking here, would you agree that the patients included in the trial are actually representative of your own patient population, and so the results are valid? Yes? Excellent. Let's get back to the results and what they might mean for your patients. So there you have it. 2 taps to get to the right data and a single tap to get the rep right back to the core flow. It's pretty awesome. It avoids having to swipe your way through slide after slide of an efficacy data sub-presentation. No dead ends or diversions. By having this on the core slide, it keeps the rep and the customer anchored in the core flow, and it feels natural to return to that flow and continue to the next slide. I also want to take a moment to talk about the effective implementation and use of analytics, and how they can be used to monitor content usage and inform content improvement over time. So by using granular customer analytics, which in Veeva are called custom clickstream or call clickstream, we can see exactly what content is being viewed on these blades. Let's say that after 6 months' use in the field, the brand team are now looking at and analysing that data. When they do, perhaps they note that the demographics for this trial is being shown in a significant number of sales calls. When they reach out to the sales team, they discover a concerning number of customers are raising an objection around the trial inclusion criteria. This may well suggest a concerted effort from their competition to undermine or call into question the validity of the results of this key trial. Then from a content improvement point of view, they could then update the content of the core efficacy slide, so this objection is addressed right up front and before it's even raised by the customer. So there you have it. Functional content that puts the data right at the rep's fingertips, enabling them to handle objections quickly and effectively, and then get back to the core sales flow so they can deliver a killer close and ensure a good sales outcome. That was another example of functional content from 28B. If you'd like more information, more examples, or more in-depth demonstration, please get in touch. We are always happy to help. In the next episode, we're going to take a look at My Insights dashboards in Veeva and how they can be used to support the rep in more effectively selling to different customer segments. See you next time, and cheers for now.